O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down in the driver's seat and when I rise up through the gears. You discern my thoughts from a car. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope the world is treating you well and you're doing okay wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing. I'm presenting thoughts from a car, the ramblings of an idiot, and this morning, because it is this morning I'm recording on the way to work, it will be the ramblings of an idiot because I've only the bare kernel of an idea of what I'm going to talk about, and kernel is the word, because as I record we're about 5 days, maybe 5, I don't know, into this war with Iran that the US and the Israelis are conducting. So I mean, it's just again another awful situation in the Middle East. We just had almost 2 years of dreadful destruction in Gaza, and now we're moving on to dreadful destruction in Iran and neighbouring countries. So plus ça change, as the French say. No, I wanted to talk about something again that I saw on a news website yesterday, and it was that generals, I think, or certainly high up officials in the Pentagon were being briefed in inverted commas about how this was an important conflict / war in terms of Christian prophecy, because this would usher in the return of Christ, the rapture, the second coming, or the whatever it is, and it absolutely frightened me. Now let me say from the start that I oppose any sort of religious fundamentalism. So in terms of Islam, I am completely against Islamic fundamentalism. I'm against Hindu or Jewish or Christian fundamentalism. And the reason why is it stops then becoming a belief system. It then becomes an imposed political doctrine. So within Islamic fundamentalism, it's fine. You want to believe in Islam, you want to believe that that's true, that's the true way to reach God is through Islam, fine. But when you're a fundamentalist, you then impose all your beliefs on other people. So if you're a fundamentalist within Islam, you then expect everybody should be following Islam. You don't allow for any other religions to exist, or no religion to exist. And it's the same within Hinduism, it's the same within Judaism, it's the same within Christianity. And I think we're seeing a bit of Christian fundamentalism in this war. People are welcoming it because they believe, as I said, that it will usher in the second coming of Christ. Now, this is not the first war in the Middle East. There have been dozens and dozens of wars in the Middle East, and every single one of them has not ushered in the second coming of Christ. So why people believe that this one is going to do it, I don't know. But that's an aspect of fundamentalism, of Christian fundamentalism. They believe that everything in the Bible is written for them. So 2,000 years of the existence of the Bible and the New Testament, and some people think that it all culminates on them and this time, at the time that they exist in this time. And that's frightening. Because then if you think, oh well, it's going to usher in the second coming of Christ, now we're all going to get, or all the Christians are going to get to heaven, and then you actively pursue that war. You actively pursue a policy that will end up killing lots and lots of men, women and children. And that doesn't sound very Christian to me. You know, Jesus said in the very infrequently quoted Sermon on the Mount in many Christian churches, Jesus said, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God." Not blessed are the war makers, blessed are the peacemakers. So fundamentalism is frightening, because it then leads on to other things that affect other people. It no longer becomes a personal religion. Your beliefs are no longer something that you hold personally sacred. And within fundamentalism, they become things that have to affect everyone. Because you believe as a fundamentalist that you're absolutely correct. And therefore, what would be wrong in imposing your completely correct beliefs on every single human being? Oh, trying to get in another lane now, this twat. Anyway, so that's why I don't go for that's why I'm frightened of fundamentalism, whether it's Christian or Islamic or Hindu or Jewish or Buddhist or whatever. It doesn't bother me what religion it comes from. It's the fact that fundamentalism leads to very real, concrete, real world, has real world implications. And in the case of this war in Iran, the real world implications are the deaths of innocent people. And, you know, obviously the overspill of any sort of conflict. You know, the danger that it becomes global, the danger that it affects everybody on the planet to a greater or less extent. Obviously, if you're in the firing line, you're a bit more, it's a bit more in your face there. But so that's what struck me recently, and that's why I have a liberal outlook in terms of religion or politics or whatever. Because I think when you have a fundamentalist outlook, and you can have a fundamentalist liberal outlook, but when you have a more open, tolerant, accepting outlook, then I think it is easier to live a more peaceful, more coexistent life than if you have an outlook that says, my view is the only view. I'm sorry if you don't like that, but I'm fighting to impose that view on you. I think that just leads to oppression and conflict and all sorts of other horrible things. So another cheery one, another cheery thoughts from a car. But look after yourselves. Monitor your worldview, your perceptions, your outlook, because it does have real world consequences in it. Look after everybody you love. Look after everyone you don't love. And pulling into a parking space. And sure, I will see you some other time for more rambling, because that was rambling, because I sat in the house and thought, what am I going to do? I haven't done a video for a while, and I know that the 2 or 3 viewers are clamouring for something else, so I thought I'll do something, but just do it off the cuff, because that always works out. So look after yourselves, drive safely, and sure, see you some other time. Okay, bye-bye.